Welcome to Blue Spoon Veggie. If you've ever eaten the buttery and zesty vintage dessert Crêpes Suzette in a restaurant, but thought it would be too much effort to recreate at home, then I hope to convince you otherwise in today's video. We'll be starting by following a very simple recipe to make the crêpes. You'll need some plain flour with a pinch of salt added, an egg, melted butter and some milk. Adding the zest of an orange gives the crêpes extra zing. To make the sauce, you'll need 2 additional oranges. I have a mixture of oranges here, but I'm going to be using seasonal blush oranges today because of their beautiful colour and sweet flavour. You'll also need orange liqueur. You can use Cointreau or Marnier, some extra butter and some caster sugar. You can find full details of today's ingredients in the description below. To make the crêpes, place the flour and salt in a large bowl and add in the egg and melted butter. We're also going to add in half of the milk and then whisk everything together well. Mix in the rest of the milk and give the batter a good stir. Now let's zest in one of the 3 oranges we'll be using in this recipe. The kitchen is already becoming beautifully fragrant, which is a very enjoyable part of making Crêpes Suzette. Be sure not to leave any zest on the grater. A final few stirs to incorporate the zest and we're ready to cook the crêpes. Heat up a crêpe pan or frying pan at this point. Pour in a spoonful of batter and then tilt the pan so the batter spreads out thinly. Add a little more batter if necessary so the pan is fully covered. If you're a perfectionist, you can fill in any holes with a little more batter, but this isn't vital. It can be quite difficult to stop mending the holes once you've started. After only a minute or 2, tiny holes and bubbles will appear on the crêpe surface, which show us it's time to flip the pancake over. If you're brave, you can use a more flamboyant pancake flipping style, but my tried and trusted method is always to simply slide a spatula under the middle of the crêpe and turn it over in one clean movement. After removing each crêpe from the pan, fold it into quarters so it's ready for you when you come to assemble dessert later on. Continue cooking the rest of the batter in the same way until you have cooked all 4 crêpes. Fold the final orangey crêpe into quarters and set aside with the others. To make the sauce, we need to do a little more orange prep. First, juice the orange that you zested earlier into a bowl. I'm using a sieve to catch any pips. A possible reason this dish doesn't often feature on restaurant menus, in spite of remaining delicious, is that it's not easy to prepare multiple servings at the same time. I think cooked at home, it's best made just for 2. Set the juice aside for now. We're going to take a second orange and peel it. I find using a swivel peeler like this most effective. As I mentioned earlier, this is a blush orange, which has the reddish tint of a blood orange, but tastes sweeter. There are several varieties of blood and blush orange available, so take your pick. Then arrange the peel into little stacks and slice the peel very finely. I find focusing only on chopping can be quite mindful after a busy day. Simply watching each narrow slice appear while breathing in the orangey aromas gives a sense of calm. After our tranquil chopping time is complete, transfer the peel to a small bowl. Cover with boiling water and leave for 1 minute. Then drain the sliced peel and put it to one side along with the juice. Now we're going to take the peeled second orange and the third currently untouched orange and segment both of these. Using a sharp knife, cut off the top and bottom of the first orange, then peel following the contour of the orange until no white remains. The vibrant streaks in the blush orange flesh add a tangy contrast to the sweeter orange flavour. These oranges also have a particularly beautiful fragrance. Peel the second orange in the same way. Then, holding the peeled orange securely in your hand, gently cut out each segment of the orange, sliding a thin knife in between the flesh of the orange and the membrane that divides the segments. Segmenting oranges is a slightly fiddly process, but worth the effort, as orange segments can be used to liven up many dishes. I use them in salads, where the flavour contrasts well with rich ingredients like avocado and mozzarella. You can also stir them through Moroccan spice couscous to complement and enhance the flavours. Once you've segmented both oranges, your citrus prep is complete, and you can set the segments aside with the juice and sliced peel. It's helpful to have all your ingredients close by, arranged in the order you'll need them before you start cooking. We have the caster sugar, sliced peel, orange liqueur, orange juice, and the segments. The butter isn't going into the sauce, but we'll need it when we assemble the dish later. Place the sugar in a pan and gently heat until the sugar melts. Don't be tempted to stir the sugar at all, as this will cause crystals to form, and we want a lovely smooth syrup for our sauce. You can tilt the pan to gently encourage the melting process and prevent the sugar from burning. Once the sugar has become liquid and light caramel in colour, add in the sliced zest and simmer for 1 to 2 minutes. Keep tilting the pan from time to time to let the zest mingle with the caramelly syrup and also prevent the sauce from burning. Now carefully add in the Cointreau or Grand Marnier. It's likely to bubble quite furiously, so do take care. I promise there's no danger here despite the drama unfolding in the pan. Let that bubble away for a minute or two. Swirl the pan and inhale the smell of citrus and caramel. Then you can pour in the orange juice and enjoy the overwhelmingly orangey scent. Simmer for another 2 minutes or so to reduce the sauce to roughly half the volume. Then carefully slide in the orange segments. It's safe to stir the sauce now. The sauce is now finished and can wait until you're ready to serve dessert. I'm continuing straight on, but you can prepare all of this in advance, leaving only a few minutes effort for later on. Melt the butter in a large frying pan over a medium heat and gently warm the sauce at the same time. Add your lovely crepe triangles to the pan and let them heat through. Then turn each crepe over in the butter to reheat the other side. Now we can spoon the warm sauce over the crepes. If you want to really impress the lucky person you'll be sharing dessert with, you can take the crepes to the table on a large plate. Alternatively, serve straight onto 2 plates, including some segments and zest in each serving, and then top with vanilla ice cream. I've had a lot of fun making this rather out-of-fashion dessert. I hope you've enjoyed watching me and will revive this wonderful dish in your own kitchen. Please like and subscribe for more recipes from Blue Spoon Veggie.